The Philippine government continues to negotiate for the release of 21 soldiers of the AFP deployed with the UN peacekeeping forces in the Golan Heights who are hostage by Syrian rebels fighting their leader, President Assad. The hostage-taking is a first happened to a peacekeeping force of the country sent to conflict areas of the world. And joining us tonight on the line is Foreign Affairs Assistant Secretary Raul Hernandez, spokesperson of the Department of Foreign Affairs. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, could you give us an update of the current negotiations to secure the release of the 21 soldiers who are now in custody of the Syrian rebels?
Well, first of all, the information that we got yesterday was the release will be effected early this morning, but that did not happen. So what is happening now is we are intensifying our negotiation with the rebel group, and this is being actually done by or led by the UN negotiating team. So on our part, from the Department of Foreign Affairs, we have been contacting the other stakeholders and asking them for assistance in the expeditious release of the 21 Filipino UN peacekeepers.
So with that mentioned, sir, are there other avenues that we are looking at as well right now?
Well, what we are trying to do is actually try to urge the rebel group to release our Filipino peacekeepers as soon as possible. Even with their demands that the Syrians will have to pull out from where they are now in Al-Jamla.
So, sir, so far were you able to talk to them, and did they tell the negotiators if these soldiers were being treated well?
Yes, the UN negotiating team, which is an expert team in negotiation, has been in contact with the rebel group, and we have been assured that our people have not been harmed, and they are being treated well, given food and water, and that they are considered as visitors and guests in their area of detention.
That's good to hear, sir. But so far, are there any demands? Like, how true are reports that their release will all depend on the action of the Syrian government to stop their offensive, their offensive in the area where the soldiers were abducted?
Yeah, that is exactly what the information that we have received. They want the repositioning of the Syrian forces in that area, and I guess that is the main consideration which the UN negotiating team is discussing with the rebel force.
Sir, since the release didn't push through this morning, do we now have a new timetable for the release?
Well, we can say when our people would be released, but what we are doing is making all the efforts to make sure that they are released as soon as possible.
But sir, the Syrian government has assured you of this.
Well, that is still being worked out. We are also in touch with the other stakeholders, some of our partners like the US, UK, Germany, and France, in order to accomplish the objective that we have set, and that is the expeditious release of our 21 Filipino peacekeepers.
Moving on, sir, the Philippines has deployed many peacekeeping forces to many conflict areas in the past. Aside from being members of the United Nations, what makes our soldiers and policemen very much in demand for these missions?
Well, I guess we have been giving good trainings to our military and police officers and men, and that makes them a very good peacekeeper. And also we are able to adapt adapt easily to any environment. And of course, we are law-abiding citizens, and therefore we are also very accommodating and friendly. So that's really good as an attitude or attitudes of a peacekeeper.
Sir, with the incident that happened, do we now consider reviewing the Philippines' commitment in deploying peacekeeping forces for the UN in the future?
Well, there was a report that the President would like to consider reviewing the sending of Filipino peacekeepers in different parts of the world. And the AFP said that if that is going to happen, they will coordinate and cooperate with any review of that issue.
Sir, how about a final word from you? Any assurance, especially also to the families of these soldiers who are still in capture right now?
Yes, for the families here in the Philippines and also for our people, rest assured that the government is working very hard, and we are exhausting all possible avenues to make sure that our 21 UN peacekeepers are released as soon as possible.
All right, thank you very much, Secretary Raul Hernandez of the Department of Foreign Affairs.
Thank you very much.